And so the letter of intent is effectively what we're trying to do is this is a new space for us in Indonesia. And what we're trying to do is how can we work with the government at the provincial and the municipal level, especially in the area of infrastructure. So there are a couple of things that we can do here. So one is how do we work with the government at the municipal level to raise money, or what they call muni bonds, which is quite actively done in many other parts of the world, especially in the developed countries. Not so often in developing countries, but that's something that we want to do for the first time in Asia Pacific. So that's one. The second is also to work with the government on infrastructure projects, because clearly there is a huge gap right now in infrastructure in Indonesia, and there are certain things that we will work with the central government, and there are certain things that are within the purview of the provinces. So the thinking is how do we work with the provincial governments in addition to working with the central government on some of these infrastructure projects. And like I said earlier, municipal bonds, which I think is a huge opportunity, that's something that we'd also like to start to do in Indonesia. And we've started with West Java, but I'm quite confident that we will work with many other provinces in the coming months.
Okay, so this is the first provinces that you signed letter of intent.
That's correct.
Okay, so what are the sectors that you are focusing for this project?
So let me just step back a little bit. I think let's understand why are we doing this. If you look at it, urbanization is a big opportunity. Everybody is moving to cities. By way of example, I think Asia Pacific over the next 15 years, there'll be almost 2 billion more people coming into cities effectively. In Indonesia itself, I think by 2025, almost 68 to 70% of the population will reside in cities. So huge opportunity, and they're coming to cities because that's where the jobs are largely being created. Huge opportunity, but huge challenge as well. So where is the challenge? You need to have housing, you need to have water, you need to have sanitation, you need to have transport. You need a whole array of products and services that you need to be able to offer these people. And very important, it needs to be done in a sustainable manner. So green finance, green buildings, you get, the water recycling, the whole circular economy. So what we will focus on initially is really infrastructure, things like waste to energy, which we're already working on in the city of Jakarta. Things like hard infrastructure, of course, buildings, roads, transport, logistics. But also we need to look at what I would call the soft infrastructure, or the infrastructure that we don't see, which is connectivity, virtual connectivity. That's a big thing, because the thinking is virtual connectivity is going to give people access to products and services that they don't have today. So affordable internet, for example, eventually 5G, fiber optic cables. So these are a lot of the things that we are exploring. One step at a time is our thinking. So I'm hoping we can do something in the next few months. And then I think that will open up a broader market for us.
Okay, do you